Have you ever wondered if true intimacy actually begins where the climax ends? Today, we're diving deep into the captivating secrets of mature female sexuality. Insights that redefine what it means to connect, to cherish, and to experience intimacy on a whole new level. From heightened sensitivity to rediscovering erogenous zones, each of these revelations opens the door to a more fulfilling, profound connection that could transform your relationship. Stay with me until the end, because I'll be sharing two powerful insights that might just change the way you see intimacy forever. Whether you're here to understand a partner or to deepen your own experience, these insights will provide a fresh perspective on building an intimate connection that lasts. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now, let's get started. Number 1. Beyond the peak. True intimacy begins where the climax ends. As the years pass, a woman's perspective on intimacy transforms in ways that are deeply meaningful and, often, surprising. For many mature women, the essence of the experience gradually shifts away from the destination of orgasm and toward the richness of the journey itself. The peak remains important, of course, but it no longer defines the whole experience. Rather, intimacy becomes a tapestry woven from countless smaller, quieter moments that breathe life into a connection that runs far deeper than mere physical pleasure. For those who have always believed that climax was the pinnacle of intimacy, this can be a revelation. A beautiful, transformative insight that can open the door to an entirely new way of experiencing closeness. Studies and heartfelt testimonies alike reveal that many mature women find greater joy in the path to climax than in the moment itself. It's not just about reaching a single, fleeting high, but rather immersing in the warmth and wonder of every second leading there. What becomes treasured are the lingering caresses that speak without words, the deep, sincere gazes that seem to touch the soul, and the gentle gestures that convey respect, adoration, and tenderness. Every touch, every whisper, every smile exchanged in those moments before the peak becomes a testament to a connection that goes beyond the physical, a bond that is felt in the heart and remembered in the soul. It's as if each delicate detail, every tender brush of the hand, and each warm, lingering embrace carries the weight of 1,000 unspoken words. Together, these moments create a mosaic of intimacy that is as fulfilling as it is unforgettable. This profound shift in focus brings a powerful lesson. Intimacy is not something to rush through or achieve. Instead, it is an invitation to pause, to breathe, and to savor. By letting go of the need to get there, you allow pleasure to expand and take on new dimensions. Every second shared, every detail savored, becomes a doorway to a deeper connection that nourishes both the heart and the soul. Imagine letting pleasure linger, without any pressure or urgency, allowing each kiss, each touch, and each glance to blossom into a memory that lingers long after. This unhurried approach doesn't just enhance the experience for her, it transforms it for both of you. It opens a space where connection is prioritized over climax, and where the journey itself becomes the most precious part. In embracing this perspective, you're not only deepening the experience of intimacy, but also enriching your relationship in ways that words can hardly describe. It's a call to be fully present, to let each heartbeat, each shared breath, and each moment spent together be enough. There's a beauty in holding back, in allowing desire to build gradually, unfurling like the petals of a flower opening to the sun. In these moments, intimacy becomes more than a mere physical act. It becomes a shared, sacred experience that transcends words and touches the heart's innermost layers. So, the next time you find yourself in this vulnerable, intimate space, let go of any rush to reach the end. Instead, focus on the here and now, the softness of her skin, the light in her eyes, the rhythm of her breath. Cherish each second as if it were its own reward, as if each moment were a precious gem to be held and admired. Let yourself be captivated by the simplicity of shared time, by the joy of a touch that lingers, and by the beauty of an embrace that says, "You matter to me." These are the moments that, when woven together, create a tapestry of love and connection that is unbreakable. They are the moments that will remain with you both, long after the physical sensations fade. By embracing this path of unhurried, heartfelt intimacy, you step into a deeper, more fulfilling realm of connection, one where love flows freely, without rush or expectation. And in doing so, you discover that the act of truly being together, fully present and engaged, is far more powerful than any peak moment could ever be. It's an invitation to experience a love that grows richer, stronger, and more meaningful with every tender touch and shared moment. A love that transforms ordinary nights into extraordinary memories, and fleeting moments into lasting treasures. Number 2. Secret fantasies are more alive than ever, an invitation to explore new depths. There's a common misconception that as people age, their desires and fantasies diminish, fading quietly into the background. But, in reality, for many mature women, fantasies can become even more vivid, imaginative, and alive. Freed from the constraints of youth, societal expectations, or self-imposed limitations, many women reach a stage where they feel empowered to explore desires they may have once kept locked away. These fantasies don't diminish with time. Instead, they bloom, transforming into an essential part of their evolving sexuality. Now more than ever, they feel a freedom to connect with what genuinely excites and fulfills them, enriching their intimate lives in beautiful and unexpected ways. A friend once shared a story that illustrates this beautifully. After many years together, his partner started revealing some of her deepest fantasies, things she had never spoken about during their younger years. The openness and honesty took him by surprise. He hadn't realized she held such vivid desires that had remained unspoken for so long. As their relationship matured, she no longer felt the need to conform to society's ideals or anyone's expectations, even his. Instead, she allowed herself to embrace and share her innermost passions, enriching their connection and reigniting their intimacy. The joy and depth of sharing these once-hidden dreams brought a spark to their relationship that neither had anticipated, creating a renewed excitement and connection. For you, if a mature woman in your life shares her fantasies, this is more than a casual moment. It's an invitation to enter a sacred space of trust and vulnerability. Instead of feeling intimidated or uncertain, consider the beauty and bravery in her openness. Listen with genuine curiosity and respect, showing that her desires are both valued and respected. Ask questions, encourage her to share more, and perhaps even share your own dreams and fantasies in return. This isn't merely about physical desire. It's about weaving together a deeper, more connected bond that can transform the relationship in ways words alone cannot capture. When fantasies are shared without judgment or fear, intimacy flourishes. The openness allows for a connection that transcends the physical and reaches into the emotional and spiritual realms. This shared exploration of fantasies can become a powerful tool for growth and connection, a way to learn more about each other than you ever thought possible. By being present, patient, and open, you're showing her that her desires matter, that her dreams are safe with you. And in this sacred exchange, a deeper, more resilient form of love and trust is born, one that is fearless, boundless, and beautifully alive. So, if she opens up about her fantasies, welcome this with warmth and curiosity. Each shared fantasy is an opportunity to peel back yet another layer of connection, to strengthen the bond with threads of trust, desire, and mutual respect. It's a chance to co-create an intimate world that's uniquely yours, a shared space where both of you feel free to express, explore, and embrace all that brings joy and fulfillment. In this way, fantasies become more than fleeting thoughts. They become the foundation for a richer, more profound intimacy that can only come from two people willing to explore each other's dreams, desires, and deepest truths. And as you both continue to grow together, these shared fantasies can become the memories and moments you'll cherish forever, the ones that remind you that true connection is always within reach, at any stage of life. Number 3. Embracing the potential for multiple climaxes. A journey of rediscovery and connection. When it comes to intimacy, it might surprise you to learn that many mature women discover an amplified capacity for pleasure, including the often elusive experience of multiple climaxes. What once seemed like a distant myth or an unattainable dream becomes, with time, a beautiful and very real part of their intimate lives. Far from being something left in the realm of youthful fantasy, this depth of pleasure becomes accessible, enriched by years of self-discovery, emotional connection, and confidence that comes only with maturity. With each passing year, a mature woman gains an intimate understanding of her body and its unique rhythms. Gone are the days of seeking approval or trying to fit into society's expectations. She knows her own desires, recognizes what brings her pleasure, and feels empowered to communicate these needs openly. This self-assuredness frees her from any lingering insecurities, allowing her to fully immerse herself in the moment. And this immersion, this deep sense of comfort and acceptance, is often the key that unlocks her capacity to experience not just one climax but several. The journey to these moments of heightened pleasure is not defined by speed or intensity, but by a delicate balance of control, patience, and open communication. When both partners are attuned to each other, moving in harmony without the rush of reaching a final destination, something magical happens. As she feels a sense of safety, comfort, and deep connection with you, her ability to let go, to trust, and to enjoy multiplies. This trust and connection open the door to experiencing multiple climaxes, making intimacy not just an act, but a shared voyage of discovery that grows richer with each passing moment. The secret lies in truly paying attention to her, in listening to the subtle language of her body and giving her the time and space to respond naturally. Watch her reactions, feel her energy, and honor the signals she shares. By slowing down, by allowing every touch, every kiss, and every embrace to linger, you're giving her the gift of time, the time to let her body respond fully, to savor each sensation, and to discover layers of pleasure that lie just beneath the surface. This gentle, attentive approach doesn't just enhance her experience, it creates a depth of intimacy that envelopes both of you in a profound connection. And as you take this journey together, understand that this isn't about meeting a specific goal or achieving a certain outcome. Instead, it's about embracing each moment, each sensation, as a valuable part of the experience. Every shared touch, every whispered word, becomes a brushstroke in a larger painting, a work of art that celebrates both her pleasure and yours. By nurturing this environment of openness, patience, and mutual respect, you create a space where she feels free to explore all facets of her pleasure, to let go without hesitation, and to experience the joy of multiple climaxes that linger in the memory long after the moment has passed. In this way, intimacy becomes a beautiful dance, where every move is felt, every touch is savored, and every moment is a step deeper into each other's souls. Through understanding, patience, and a commitment to truly sharing each second together, you both find that pleasure is not a destination but a journey. And in this journey, where time slows, where connection deepens, and where joy expands, you'll discover a level of closeness that transcends anything you may have experienced before. This is the essence of mature intimacy, an experience where pleasure is redefined, where each climax brings you closer, and where the journey itself becomes the ultimate reward. Together, you forge memories that celebrate not just the physical, but the emotional and spiritual union that grows with every shared moment. It's here, in this union, that true intimacy thrives, creating a connection that endures and a love that deepens with each passing year. Number 4. Embracing power and redefining roles. The bold exploration of new dynamics in intimacy. One of the most exhilarating discoveries for many mature women is a newfound desire to embrace power, to take control, and even to switch up the roles in intimacy. This phase of life often brings with it an unshakable confidence, a depth of self-assurance, and an inner freedom that allows them to explore sides of themselves they may have once held back. No longer confined by traditional expectations or societal norms, they find immense joy and fulfillment in redefining what intimacy means and in stepping into roles they may have never dared to before. Imagine intimacy as a dance, one they've moved to for years, often allowing themselves to follow or be led, adjusting to rhythms that felt prescribed. But now, in this stage of life, they find themselves wanting to lead, to set the tempo, to choose each move with purpose and intention. This doesn't mean that they've never felt confident or assertive before. Rather, it's a deeper kind of liberation, one that arises from knowing themselves fully, embracing their desires openly, and choosing to express their inner strength with boldness. This shift to taking control can be a thrilling experience, creating a vibrant new dynamic within the relationship, where roles are no longer rigid but fluid and open to playful exploration. This exploration of power and changing roles is not just about breaking boundaries. It's about the joy of feeling fully seen and celebrated in their complexity. They find that, by stepping into a role of power, they experience intimacy in an entirely new way, one that is not just physical but also emotional and deeply empowering. For their partner, this shift can bring a refreshing sense of spontaneity and excitement, transforming the relationship into an ever-evolving journey rather than a predictable routine. The thrill of not knowing who will lead and who will follow, of feeling the roles shift and adapt in real time, breathes new life into intimacy, creating moments of genuine surprise and delight. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. For you, this is an invitation to open yourself to her desires, to meet her at her level of confidence, and to allow her to take charge without fear or hesitation. Rather than feeling uncertain or resistant, see this as an opportunity to witness her in a new light, to appreciate the depth of her self-assurance, and to enjoy the unpredictability that comes with such a profound shift. Embrace the fluidity, the chance to break free from roles that may have once felt set in stone, and experience the beauty of moving together in a dance where every step, every gesture, is a shared choice. This isn't merely a change in who leads and who follows. It's a celebration of shared strength, of vulnerability, and of trust that allows each of you to explore parts of yourselves that may have remained hidden before. As she steps into this role with confidence, you'll find that her energy and enthusiasm are contagious, sparking a connection that is not just more exciting but also more authentic. Together, you both have the chance to redefine intimacy as a space of freedom, where both of you can express your desires, where power is shared, and where roles can shift as naturally as the rhythm of the dance. In embracing this new dynamic, intimacy becomes a space of playful exploration, a place where power and gentleness intertwine, where boundaries dissolve, and where each moment is an opportunity to connect in deeper, more profound ways. This fluidity brings a richness to the relationship, making every interaction feel new, every touch more meaningful, and every shared experience a memory to cherish. So let her take the lead, let her set the rhythm, and be ready to discover a world of connection and passion that only grows stronger, deeper, and more fulfilling with time. Number 5. They fantasize about younger men. You might find it surprising, even a bit unexpected, that many mature women harbor a subtle, often private attraction toward younger men. This attraction is rarely just a fleeting thought or a superficial yearning. It is a complex, deeply rooted emotional experience that resonates with the essence of what they seek to reconnect within themselves. What draws them isn't merely a younger man's youthful appearance or physical vigor. No, it's something far more captivating. Mature women find themselves enchanted by the youthful vitality, boundless spontaneity, and unfiltered enthusiasm that younger men bring to life. These qualities radiate an energy that feels both exhilarating and liberating to them, like a breath of fresh air that sweeps away the weight of routine and familiarity. In their eyes, this allure of youthfulness speaks to a part of their soul that remembers, that deeply yearns for, the thrill of spontaneity and the untamed joy of new experiences. For many, this attraction is not about seeking out a younger partner or wanting to replace an existing relationship. It's often a purely internal experience, a personal fantasy that offers a doorway back to the light-hearted, adventurous side of themselves, a side that might have become overshadowed by years of responsibility, routine, and life's practicalities. The fantasy allows them to immerse themselves in a dream where they can feel young again, uninhibited, free to explore emotions that stir their heart and reignite their spirit. It's a way for them to momentarily escape the well-worn paths of their daily lives and connect with the part of themselves that still craves excitement and thrill. This fantasy of a younger man, however, isn't about dissatisfaction with their partner or their relationship. It's more of a tool for self-renewal, a way to reawaken that dormant spark of desire and self-confidence that can sometimes fade with time. Imagining themselves with a younger man, even for a brief moment, serves as a bridge to the past, a reminder of the woman they were, and still are, beneath the surface. Through this harmless reverie, they experience a rejuvenation of spirit, a rekindling of the passion and curiosity that may lie beneath layers of everyday life. It becomes a source of vitality that often spills over into their actual relationship, transforming how they approach love, connection, and intimacy. So, what can you do with this information? There's no need to feel threatened by the idea of a younger man or to compete with an image born from her imagination. Instead, let this awareness inspire you to bring a renewed sense of playfulness and vibrancy into your own relationship. Consider it a chance to show her that you, too, can embody that energy and spontaneity that made her fall in love with you. Surprise her with small gestures that break the routine, like planning an impromptu outing, reminiscing about a shared memory, or making her laugh with an unexpected joke. Take her by the hand and lead her into moments that feel adventurous, even if they're just small, heartfelt surprises. Laugh together, dance without a care. Let her see that side of you that embraces the lighter, more carefree aspects of life. You don't need to become someone different. Simply reconnect with the parts of yourself that resonate with joy, openness, and spontaneity. By allowing her to experience this side of you, you create an atmosphere that is refreshing and captivating, one that brings that cherished spark back into your shared moments. It's not about pretending to be young. It's about creating a relationship that feels alive, where each day brings a sense of wonder, warmth, and connection. This deeper impact goes beyond any physical attribute or fleeting fantasy. It taps into the emotional bond that binds you together, reminding her why she chose to share her life with you. Ultimately, this simple shift can reinvigorate the intimacy between you both, deepening your connection in ways you might never have imagined. You're not only bringing youthfulness into your relationship, but also inviting her to rediscover the joy of life alongside you, rekindling that fire and transforming your love into something more vibrant and enduring than ever. Number 6. They're drawn to trying open relationships. One thing that often goes unimagined by many is that, at a certain stage in life, some mature women find themselves increasingly curious about the concept of open or more flexible relationship models. This isn't merely a sudden impulse or an attempt to disrupt the relationship. Instead, it's a reflective exploration, a curiosity that often emerges with greater self-awareness and a deeper understanding of their emotional needs. As they grow older, many women find themselves contemplating the traditional relationship structures they've adhered to for years, sometimes feeling a subtle yearning for change, or even just a desire to question the norms that have guided them. This curiosity doesn't always translate to a need for action. It's more about the freedom to imagine possibilities. For some, it's a mental journey, a path that enables them to explore alternative ways of connecting, both emotionally and intimately. This curiosity often comes hand in hand with a blossoming sense of self-confidence, a desire to feel unbound by conventions and explore forms of connection that they might not have considered earlier in life. The simple act of entertaining these thoughts represents a deeper evolution in their sense of self, one that values openness, emotional freedom, and an honest approach to their desires. They may not necessarily want to engage in an open relationship, but the willingness to consider it signals a shift, a new stage where they are unafraid to question and redefine what intimacy and love mean to them. For you, this can open a profound door to conversation. Talking about the possibility of open relationships doesn't need to feel like a threat or taboo. In fact, it's an opportunity to engage in an honest dialogue about what each of you desires, hopes for, and needs in the relationship. It can serve as a way to reestablish trust and openness, allowing both partners to connect on a deeper level. Rather than interpreting this curiosity as dissatisfaction with the current relationship, see it as an invitation for greater emotional intimacy, an opportunity to understand her evolving desires and to reaffirm what you both want to experience together. As sexologist Justin Lem has noted, this curiosity often becomes more pronounced with age. With maturity comes a stronger sense of self and a clearer understanding of personal desires, which allows many mature women to ponder unconventional ways of connecting, not out of necessity but out of a desire for a more complete sense of personal fulfillment. This reflection doesn't diminish her love or commitment to her partner. Rather, it's an indication that she feels safe enough in the relationship to share her deepest thoughts and questions, no matter how unconventional they might seem. The advice here is straightforward yet meaningful. If this topic ever arises, don't react defensively. Instead, approach it with openness and curiosity of your own. Ask her what these thoughts mean to her, what she hopes to understand or experience, and share your own feelings as well. Consider this as an invaluable opportunity to learn more about her inner world and to see what possibilities for growth exist within your relationship. Sometimes, merely talking about the idea of open relationships can spark a newfound sense of closeness, allowing both partners to reconnect on a more honest, transparent level. Remember, not all open relationships are pursued. Often, simply having the space to discuss such topics can bring partners closer together. By feeling comfortable enough to confide in you about her inner thoughts, she's offering a gift of trust, showing you a part of herself that may have remained hidden otherwise. Instead of feeling intimidated, embrace this moment as a chance to deepen your understanding of each other. In this stage of life, openness and vulnerability can be powerful tools to strengthen your connection and breathe fresh energy into the relationship. So rather than fearing this conversation, use it as a bridge to better communication and a more fulfilling partnership. This dialogue can be the key to a richer, more deeply connected relationship, one built on mutual respect, trust, and a shared journey into each other's desires and dreams. Number 7. They experience tantric sex and prolonged pleasure. Over the years, many mature women embark on a new journey in intimacy, discovering the transformative beauty of tantric sex, a realm of connection that transcends the conventional, quick-to-satisfaction experiences they may have had in the past. Unlike traditional approaches that often focus on the swift rush to climax, Tantra emphasizes prolonged pleasure, drawing every moment out to its fullest, where simple elements like breath, eye contact, and intentional touch take center stage. In this practice, there's a deliberate shift from seeking immediate gratification to savoring each sensation, making the experience not only last longer but feel richer, deeper, and more profound. One fascinating aspect of tantric practice is its focus on presence. The essence of Tantra is about being entirely in the moment, slowing down to enjoy each touch, each whisper of breath, and every meeting of the eyes. This form of intimacy allows mature women to rediscover the pleasure of anticipation, of building connection without the constraints of time or the pressure of an end goal. For many, this shift is more than just a change in their intimate life. It's a form of liberation. By giving themselves permission to savor the moment without rushing toward a climax, they're able to connect with their bodies and their partners in ways they might never have experienced before. I once heard about this experience firsthand from a close friend who, after years of conventional relationships, decided to explore Tantra with her partner. She described it as nothing short of transformative, a profound shift that opened new dimensions in their relationship. It wasn't just about finding pleasure in the physical sense. It was about truly experiencing every delicate touch, every shared breath, as if each moment held an entire universe of emotion and connection. For her, these encounters weren't simply moments of passion. They became a way to rediscover her own body, her own sensual energy, and a deeper bond with her partner. Through Tantra, she found that intimacy could be a fuller, more complete experience, one that allowed her to embrace herself and her partner in a way that felt profoundly freeing and empowering. So how can you bring this enriching concept into your own life? You don't need to become a Tantra expert overnight or attend extensive workshops to appreciate the core principles of this practice. It's about learning to slow down and be present, to bring mindfulness and intentionality into each moment you share with your partner. Try something as simple as maintaining prolonged eye contact, synchronizing your breaths, or adding more thoughtful, gentle touches to your routine. Even the smallest gestures, when done with intention and a slowed pace, can deepen the connection between you, making each encounter feel more intimate and heartfelt. Allow yourself to appreciate each caress, each shared smile, each gentle brush of your partner's hand. Instead of focusing on a destination, immerse yourself in the journey, finding pleasure in every touch, every breath, as if they were poetry unfolding in real time. When you practice this kind of mindful intimacy, you open up a new realm of closeness, a space where time feels as if it stands still, where every moment is a universe of sensation, emotion, and connection. In this way, intimacy becomes more than just a physical act. It becomes an exchange of energy, a dance of shared vulnerability that brings you closer than ever before. This approach can revolutionize your experience of intimacy, helping both you and your partner to feel valued, connected, and truly seen. These small shifts can take your relationship to a level that's not only emotionally fulfilling but deeply nourishing for the soul, creating a space where intimacy and connection flourish in ways that last well beyond the moment. Embrace this gift of slowing down, of savoring each sensation, and watch as your bond transforms, bringing you both to a state of unity that's as enriching as it is passionate. Number 8. They gain new sensitivity in their skin. As the years pass, a mature woman's body undergoes changes that are often unexpected, yet deeply fascinating. One of these transformations is an enhanced sensitivity in her skin, a new awareness of touch that brings an entirely different level of pleasure. Over time, areas that once seemed neutral or even unremarkable, like the lower back, the nape of the neck, the inner arms, or the delicate skin on her wrists, become heightened zones of sensation. These places that might have previously gone unnoticed now awaken under a gentle touch, revealing new layers of intimacy and connection. This heightened sensitivity is more than a physical shift. It's a profound rediscovery of the body's capacity for pleasure. With maturity comes a natural evolution in the way the body experiences touch. Hormonal changes, shifts in physical awareness, and years of lived experience all play a role in this transformation, giving rise to new sensations that bring pleasure and connection in unexpected ways. It's as though the skin, enriched by the years, has developed a refined wisdom of its own, responding with a deeper intensity to the subtle language of touch. Each caress becomes a means of communicating love, appreciation, and warmth, and these new responses often surprise and delight, creating a renewed sense of sensuality and self-awareness. Imagine it as if her skin now seeks out these moments of connection, yearning for gentle, thoughtful touches in places that once seemed insignificant. This newfound sensitivity allows her to experience intimacy in a fuller, more meaningful way, as if her body, over time, has learned to appreciate each touch with a richer, more profound sense of pleasure. The journey toward deeper intimacy becomes one of rediscovery, where simple touches carry the power to awaken memories, evoke emotions, and create sensations that bring a quiet joy and satisfaction. Her body becomes a map of experiences, and every touch is like uncovering a hidden treasure that deepens her connection to herself and her partner. So, what can you take from this? It's an invitation to explore her body with renewed curiosity and patience. Rather than following familiar routines, approach each moment of intimacy with a desire to truly connect and discover. Begin with soft caresses, gentle massages, or the lightest brush of your fingers along her back, her neck, her wrists. Don't limit yourself to what you've always known. Instead, explore areas that may have gone overlooked. Take your time and let her guide you. Listen to the way her body responds, and allow yourself to connect on a level that's both tender and deeply personal. These small gestures hold the power to transform intimacy, creating an environment where connection is more than physical. It's a shared experience of trust, vulnerability, and mutual discovery. In slowing down, in savoring each touch, you bring a new layer of meaning to your time together. This gentle exploration can take your relationship to new heights, deepening the bond between you and creating an intimacy that feels as refreshing as it is enduring. Embrace this chance to connect through touch, and let it be a reminder that, even after years together, there are still countless ways to rediscover and cherish each other. Number 9. They enjoy self-pleasure more frequently. As mature women grow more confident in their bodies and desires, a profound transformation occurs in their relationship with personal pleasure. With age comes a newfound freedom, an openness to exploring intimacy with themselves that was perhaps once inhibited by societal norms or personal reservations. No longer burdened by the taboos of youth, they embrace self-pleasure as a means of connection, self-discovery, and empowerment. This shift represents more than just a change in habits. It's an act of self-love and independence, a way to keep their sensuality alive with a freer, more relaxed spirit. This journey into self-discovery is deeply rooted in independence and self-awareness. By exploring their own desires, they learn about the subtle nuances of what brings them pleasure, the exact ways in which they can be aroused, comforted, and fulfilled. This understanding allows them to approach intimacy with a heightened sense of what they need and want, without relying solely on a partner to fulfill these needs. The result is an intimate life that's not only richer and more vibrant, but also one that fosters better communication with a partner, as they are able to clearly express their desires, preferences, and boundaries. For you, this openness offers a unique opportunity to learn from her self-exploration, rather than feeling intimidated or seeing it as competition. A woman who understands her body and takes pleasure in knowing herself is in a beautiful position to share that knowledge. Instead of seeing her personal pleasure as a challenge, view it as an invitation to deepen your own understanding of what brings her joy. When she talks about her preferences or hints at what she enjoys, listen attentively. Observe the way she relates to her body with confidence and curiosity. Every insight she shares, every preference she voices, is a chance for you to enrich your connection with her and create an intimacy that feels deeply fulfilling for both of you. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. As you embrace this understanding, recognize that her journey in self-pleasure is not only personal but also an expression of trust in the relationship. When a woman is comfortable enough to explore her desires openly and communicate them with you, it reflects a level of mutual respect and vulnerability that strengthens your bond. Take these moments as opportunities to experiment together, to playfully incorporate what she enjoys into your shared intimacy. This shared exploration can transform your relationship, bringing an authenticity and satisfaction that goes beyond physical pleasure. If you're finding value in these insights and are uncovering secrets about mature women that you might not have noticed before, remember to subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up to support our content. Stay with me until the end, because some of the most revealing insights are still ahead. For those of you truly committed to understanding the depths of feminine psychology and connection, I have 2 final bonus insights that just might change the way you view intimacy, love, and desire altogether. Don't miss out. These last insights could be the key to unlocking a whole new level of understanding and connection in your relationship. Number 10. They communicate directly about what they like. One of the greatest gifts that comes with maturity is a woman's newfound comfort in expressing exactly what she wants and needs in intimacy. Gone are the days of subtle hints or silent expectations. Instead, she embraces a direct, open approach to communication, especially when it comes to pleasure. With experience, mature women come to understand that true fulfillment in intimacy stems from honesty and clarity, a lesson that becomes one of their most cherished secrets. This transparency isn't just about getting what she wants, it's about fostering a connection built on trust, respect, and mutual enjoyment. Instead of relying on her partner to guess her desires, a mature woman will share her needs openly, making the experience not only smoother but deeply satisfying for both. For her, intimacy is a shared journey, and she believes it shouldn't be clouded by misunderstandings or unspoken expectations. Each conversation becomes a way to create an environment where both partners feel valued and understood, removing any pressure or anxiety about getting it right without cues. This clarity transforms intimacy into a space where both partners can fully express themselves, creating a dynamic that's both refreshing and deeply rewarding. The practical advice here is simple yet impactful. If she speaks openly about what she likes, embrace it as a positive step. There's no need to feel intimidated or self-conscious. Instead, see it as a valuable opportunity to learn and grow together. Her honesty is an invitation, a way of letting you into her inner world, where both of you can create an intimacy that feels uniquely yours. It's not about criticism, it's about collaboration, a way to build a connection that's continuously evolving and adapting to meet each other's desires. When both partners feel empowered to express their needs, the relationship takes on a new depth. This open dialogue allows you both to explore what truly brings joy and satisfaction, and each moment together becomes a celebration of mutual respect and shared pleasure. It's through these honest conversations that intimacy flourishes, growing into a bond that's more vibrant and fulfilling with each shared experience. So, don't shy away from these conversations. Lean into them, let them guide you, and recognize that this open exchange is one of the most powerful tools you have to enrich your intimate life. When both of you feel free to voice what you desire, the relationship becomes a safe space where connection and pleasure can thrive. This openness strengthens your bond, turning each encounter into an experience that's not only deeply satisfying but filled with a genuine sense of closeness and understanding. Number 11. They have fewer inhibitions around auditory pleasure. With maturity comes a beautiful sense of self-assurance, and for many women, this newfound comfort translates into a freedom to fully express themselves during intimate moments, particularly through sound. Gone are the days of holding back or feeling self-conscious about the natural sounds of pleasure. Instead, mature women embrace this aspect of intimacy with a liberating openness, allowing themselves to vocalize their sensations, emotions, and enjoyment without hesitation. Every sigh, every moan becomes a spontaneous and genuine expression of the pleasure they feel, an audible sign of their connection to the experience and, more importantly, to you. This freedom to let sounds flow isn't just about expressing physical sensations. It's a deep, meaningful form of communication. When a mature woman feels uninhibited in expressing herself vocally, she's not only demonstrating her comfort with you but also giving you invaluable cues about what she truly enjoys. These sounds become a language of their own, guiding you through the peaks and valleys of her pleasure. Each tone, each rhythm, and every breath conveys what excites her, what resonates deeply, and what heightens her sense of closeness. It's a way of inviting you into her experience, allowing you to understand and respond to her needs in a way that transcends words. So, how can you use this insight to deepen your connection? The key lies in being present and attentive. Don't overlook these sounds or brush them off as mere reflexes. Instead, listen actively and let them guide you. Each sound she makes is an invitation to sync with her rhythm, to match her energy, and to respond in ways that amplify her pleasure. Approach these vocal expressions with appreciation, knowing they're a sign of her comfort, confidence, and the trust she places in you. As you listen and adjust to her cues, you create a dynamic flow of energy between you both, one that fosters a deeper, more harmonious connection. For her, this uninhibited expression is a celebration of the moment, a release of any remaining self-consciousness, and a full embrace of the freedom that comes with age. By allowing herself to vocalize her pleasure, she's not only sharing her sensations with you but inviting you into a level of intimacy that is both raw and authentic. And when you respond with understanding and attentiveness, the experience becomes more than physical. It transforms into a shared journey of vulnerability, connection, and mutual joy. Together, this exchange can bring you both to a new level of authenticity in your intimate life, a place where both of you feel free to express yourselves fully. Embrace the sound she shares, let them enhance the connection between you, and enjoy the liberation that comes from an experience where nothing is held back. When you honor this form of expression, you're honoring her confidence, her pleasure, and the deep connection you share, making each encounter richer, more fulfilling, and truly unforgettable. Number 12. They discover new erogenous zones. As time goes on, a mature woman's body undergoes remarkable transformations, and one of the most captivating revelations is the discovery of new erogenous zones. Areas of the body that once seemed neutral or unresponsive, like the inner arms, shoulders, or lower back, can now come alive with newfound sensitivity, inviting a different, richer experience of pleasure. It's as though her body is redrawing its own sensual map, expanding the landscape of intimacy and opening doors to previously undiscovered sensations. This awakening isn't merely a physical shift, it's a profound invitation to explore intimacy in ways that may have been overlooked before. This change in sensitivity is influenced by various factors, including hormonal shifts that naturally accompany aging, but it's also deeply connected to her mindset. With maturity comes a freeing openness, a willingness to let go of old patterns and embrace exploration with a spirit of curiosity. Gone are the days of adhering to the same routines. Now, she allows herself to wander beyond familiar territories, welcoming the possibility of new pleasures and enriching her experiences with each touch. This openness transforms intimacy, making each encounter feel like a shared adventure where both partners have the opportunity to uncover something new and delightful. So, what does this mean for you? The message is clear. Step out of the usual boundaries and venture into uncharted territory. Don't limit yourself to the places you've always focused on. Instead, be open to exploring her body with fresh eyes and gentle hands. Try a light touch along her inner arms, a slow caress across her shoulders, or even a soft kiss on the small of her back or the nape of her neck. Let yourself experiment with different types of caresses, feather-light touches, lingering kisses, or warm, steady pressure. Each new gesture can awaken sensations that deepen her connection with you and allow her to fully embrace this new chapter of self-discovery. This exploration isn't only about discovering her physical responses, but also about building an atmosphere of shared intimacy and curiosity. When you take the time to learn more about her evolving body, you communicate a powerful message that she is cherished, valued, and seen in all her complexity. For her, this willingness to explore without assumptions, to touch without expectations, is one of the most profound gifts you can offer. It's an invitation to enjoy the journey of intimacy without rushing to the destination, allowing both of you to savor each moment and strengthen the bond between you. In this phase of life, touch becomes a language of love, a way to celebrate the evolving beauty of her body and the wisdom it holds. As you venture into these new erogenous zones together, remember that this is a chance not only to create pleasure but also to deepen emotional closeness. The exploration itself becomes a powerful experience, adding layers of trust, vulnerability, and shared joy to your relationship. Embrace this opportunity to reconnect, to learn, and to grow together, knowing that each gentle discovery only brings you closer. With every touch, you're crafting a relationship that's more authentic, more intimate, and endlessly rewarding. Number 13. They want intimacy in unusual places. Over time, it's all too easy for intimacy to fall into predictable patterns, settling comfortably into familiar routines. But for many mature women, there's a powerful desire to break free from the monotony, to rediscover excitement in unexpected ways. They crave a touch of adventure, a chance to step out of the ordinary and bring spontaneity into their intimate lives. This yearning isn't about grand gestures or elaborate plans. It's about finding excitement and connection in the little surprises that bring a spark to everyday life. That's why seemingly ordinary places, the kitchen, the car, the shower, or even the quiet space of a living room, can suddenly transform into thrilling new settings for intimacy. It's not just the physical novelty of a different location, it's the exhilarating sense of unpredictability that these changes bring. The thrill of trying something new brings out a sense of playfulness, a hint of youth, and a burst of spontaneity, rekindling a spark that may have dulled over the years. For a mature woman, these moments are reminders that pleasure doesn't have to be tied to convention, and that stepping outside the familiar can reignite a vibrant, joyful desire. Picture a peaceful walk that unexpectedly shifts into a moment of intimacy in the car, or a quiet morning that turns into something exciting when you find yourself sharing a playful moment in the kitchen. These moments of spontaneity hold a special kind of magic, taking an ordinary space and making it feel thrilling and intimate. A relaxed afternoon might transform into something memorable as you improvise in the living room, laughing and connecting without the constraints of a plan or routine. The beauty of these unexpected gestures lies in their simplicity. They don't require elaborate preparation, only the willingness to explore and surprise her. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. For her, this kind of spontaneity is an invitation to feel desired, to embrace the playful side of intimacy, and to reconnect with the thrill of the unexpected. These gestures communicate that intimacy is alive, evolving, and full of potential even after years together. By introducing small, unexpected surprises into your shared life, you're creating an experience that's not only pleasurable but also deeply meaningful. These simple acts serve as a reminder that love, desire, and connection don't have to follow the same script. They can be as fresh and exciting as you make them. So, don't hesitate to shake things up. Bring a sense of adventure into your intimacy, whether it's in a place you've never considered or in a setting you transform with a new perspective. For a mature woman, these spontaneous acts are one of the greatest gifts you can give. They remind her that passion and excitement can exist at any age, and that intimacy isn't confined to predictable settings. It can be as dynamic, adventurous, and fulfilling as the connection you share. Embrace this opportunity to create a renewed, playful bond that celebrates the thrill of the unexpected, making each moment together feel like a new beginning. Number 14. Greater awareness of rhythm. For many mature women, the focus of intimacy shifts over the years from speed and intensity to something more nuanced and fulfilling: rhythm. With time, they come to appreciate the subtler art of pacing, where the magic lies in balance, in the interplay between softness and depth, in movements that are intentional rather than rushed. This awareness of rhythm becomes an essential part of intimacy, one that allows each moment to unfold with deeper meaning and purpose. It's not about hurried or intense motions. Instead, it's about letting each movement build naturally, creating a shared experience that's both powerful and profoundly connective. This shift toward rhythm often stems from the heightened sensitivity they develop over time. As their awareness of their own sensations grows, so does their ability to savor each touch and movement without the pressure of haste. They learn to find pleasure in the control and gentleness of a slower rhythm, one that allows them to be fully present, to embrace each sensation without distraction. Each movement becomes a deliberate expression, a way of connecting not just physically but emotionally, turning intimacy into an experience where time seems to slow down, allowing both partners to feel more deeply. So, how can you bring this sense of rhythm into your shared moments? The key is to set aside any rush, to tune into her and truly listen to her body's responses. Embrace the beauty of taking things slowly, finding a rhythm that resonates with her desires. It may be tempting to pick up the pace, but often what she seeks is a more conscious, unhurried approach. Take your time with each touch, each caress, letting them linger just long enough to build anticipation without feeling rushed. Through this pace, you're able to create an experience that's as much about feeling connected as it is about pleasure. In allowing yourselves to find a shared rhythm, you open the door to a new level of intimacy. It's a way of saying that you're fully present with her, that each moment matters. This rhythm becomes a dance of patience and control, creating an environment where both of you can explore pleasure in a way that feels deep, meaningful, and lasting. When both partners are attuned to each other's rhythm, intimacy transforms into something profound, a space where connection is built through mutual understanding, where each shared moment becomes a memory. This slower, intentional pace can bring an unmatched level of fulfillment, taking your relationship to a place where pleasure is not about speed or intensity but about the harmony of moving together. For a mature woman, this thoughtful approach shows her that intimacy can be both passionate and profound, reminding her that true connection lies in being present, in moving together at a rhythm that honors both partners' desires. Embrace this gift of rhythm, and let it lead you both to a place of deeper connection, trust, and joy. Number 15. Erotic content for women is gaining ground. Today, as erotic content continues to evolve, more mature women are discovering a style of erotica that speaks to them in ways that traditional content may not. It's not simply about visual stimulation. It's about finding content that resonates on an emotional level, weaving narratives of connection, foreplay, and mutual pleasure that mirror the depth they seek in intimacy. This kind of content values a slower rhythm, one that aligns with their desires for a rich, layered experience rather than a hurried encounter. It brings fantasies to life with attention to detail, emotional undertones, and a focus on connection that feels closer to reality. Erotica crafted with women in mind has gained popularity precisely because it provides an alternative to conventional representations of intimacy. It prioritizes emotional and relational nuances, emphasizing mutual pleasure and the buildup of tension that leads to a more fulfilling climax. For many women, this approach speaks to their preference for foreplay, anticipation, and the kind of passion that unfolds gradually. It's a way to explore their fantasies without the mechanical feel of other forms of content, celebrating sensuality as an experience that engages both mind and body. What can you take from this? Consider this type of content as a way to explore new dimensions of intimacy together. If your partner finds this style of erotica meaningful, it can be an open door to conversation. Ask her what she enjoys about it, what elements resonate with her and make her feel more connected. When you explore this type of content together, it becomes more than just a shared experience. It's a way of understanding each other's desires on a deeper level, discovering what truly brings excitement and fulfillment to your relationship. It's not only about what you see but also how you interpret and discuss it together, enriching your bond through shared imagination and mutual respect. Sharing these experiences can be transformative. By exploring her interests, you open the door to a world of new fantasies, mutual understanding, and the willingness to embrace different aspects of pleasure. This exploration isn't merely about variety. It's about discovering a deeper connection that honors the shared journey of intimacy and trust. Number 16. The value of erotic literature. For many mature women, the written word offers a source of arousal and imagination that images alone cannot provide. Erotic literature, with its detailed narratives and ability to create vivid mental landscapes, becomes a safe, private space where they can delve into their deepest fantasies without rushing or being constrained by visual limits. Unlike other forms of media, where everything is immediate and direct, literature invites readers to savor the unfolding of each moment, allowing the tension to build in a slow, gratifying crescendo. What draws them to erotic literature isn't merely the explicit scenes. It's the way each story unfolds, with every moment adding layers of emotional and sensual depth. Through this kind of reading, they experience an intimacy that extends beyond the physical. They can imagine themselves in different scenarios, exploring new aspects of their own desires and identities without the immediacy that images demand. It's a journey that allows pleasure to stretch beyond the climax, where the anticipation and connection felt throughout the story can be just as rewarding as the culmination itself. For you, this interest in erotic literature could be an insightful window into her desires. Consider exploring this medium together, or at the very least, ask her what she enjoys about it. Understand what she finds captivating in these stories, the settings, the tension, the character dynamics, and use that knowledge to enrich your own shared experiences. Her appreciation for the written word shows a preference for connection through storytelling and emotional build-up, which can inspire new approaches to your intimacy. By engaging in this side of her desires, you're honoring her need for a thoughtful, intentional experience, one that celebrates her imagination as much as her senses. These explorations, whether through visual erotica or literature, are powerful ways to deepen your connection. They allow both of you to step into each other's fantasies and expand the ways you communicate, share, and enjoy intimacy. By embracing her preferences and exploring them together, you're creating a relationship that is not only passionate, but also deeply attuned to each other's evolving desires and dreams. Number 17. Enjoyment of late oral pleasure. With maturity, many women discover that oral pleasure gains a whole new dimension, shifting from a brief prelude to a complete, fulfilling experience in its own right. This late oral pleasure isn't about rushing through or reaching an immediate goal. Instead, it becomes an act of intimacy rooted in attention, patience, and the art of rhythm. For many mature women, this type of stimulation resonates deeply as their bodies become more sensitive with age, allowing them to savor each sensation more profoundly. It's an experience that allows them to relax, to let go of any pressures, and to immerse fully in the moment, connecting on an intimate level without the demands of urgency. The enjoyment of late oral pleasure is built on a foundation of trust and an unhurried pace. It's about tuning into her reactions, letting her breathing, movements, and sounds guide you through the experience. Every sigh, every subtle shift, is a clue, a signal of how her body responds and how best to continue. Instead of focusing solely on a destination, concentrate on making each second as pleasurable as possible. This kind of intimacy requires you to truly be present, to be patient, and to let the experience unfold naturally. To put this into practice, begin by creating a setting that feels safe, comfortable, and relaxed. The ambience matters. Ensure she feels entirely at ease, able to let go and embrace the moment. Take your time, observe her responses, and ask her preferences if you're unsure. Let her guide you, directly or indirectly, so that you can find the pace and pressure that bring her the most joy. By maintaining a gentle, controlled rhythm, you're not only giving her pleasure but also building a connection that goes beyond words, one that says, "I'm here, fully present, and entirely focused on you." This attentiveness can lead to a deeper, more satisfying experience, celebrating intimacy in its most heartfelt form. Number 18. The sensitivity of her clitoris changes with age. One of the most remarkable shifts that occur as women mature is the way the sensitivity of the clitoris evolves. Far from losing its ability to bring pleasure, the clitoris can actually become more sensitive with age, a change often influenced by menopause and hormonal fluctuations. This heightened sensitivity can amplify sensations, but it may also call for a more refined approach. What once felt comfortable may now be too intense, and the experience of pleasure becomes even more profound when handled with care and patience. The key to nurturing this sensitivity lies in understanding and adjusting. The clitoris may now respond differently to touch, requiring a gentler, more mindful approach to ensure comfort and pleasure. This doesn't mean that her capacity for enjoyment is diminished. Quite the opposite. It can be even more fulfilling when each touch is aligned with her unique needs. The trick is in finding the right balance, using delicate touches, and taking the time to tune into her responses. To apply this understanding, approach with a soft, gentle touch, allowing her to guide you through her preferences. Begin with light caresses, and resist the urge to rush or apply too much pressure. Pay attention to her signals and communicate openly. Ask how she feels, and if she likes the pace and intensity you're offering. Remember, each woman's body is unique, and what brings pleasure may vary. By adjusting your approach and remaining attuned to her feedback, you're creating a space where she can feel cherished and respected, allowing pleasure to unfold in a way that's deeply satisfying for both of you. Together, these intimate adjustments, whether in rhythm, approach, or the willingness to explore new pleasures, help create an environment where intimacy is a journey, one filled with understanding, patience, and shared joy. Embrace these changes as opportunities to grow closer, to learn more about her desires, and to celebrate the beauty of intimacy that evolves and deepens over time. Bonus 1. Sexual appetite is cyclical but remains intense. If you've made it this far, you're about to uncover two of the most captivating secrets reserved for those truly committed to understanding the evolving sexuality of a mature woman. These insights, when fully appreciated, can transform the way you see intimacy, offering a fresh perspective on desire and connection. The first secret concerns the nature of sexual appetite. Contrary to common belief, desire doesn't simply fade with age. Rather, it becomes more cyclical, following a natural rhythm that mirrors the seasons of life. At times, it may seem like the flames have quieted, only to reawaken with an intensity that can surprise even the woman experiencing it. Imagine desire as an ebbing and flowing wave. It might recede momentarily, creating a sense of calm or even absence, only to return with the force of a powerful tide. This rhythm, far from diminishing the strength of desire, actually makes it more vibrant. When passion resurfaces, it can feel even more intense than before, a burning spark that's been reignited by a deeper connection to oneself and to life. For many mature women, this cyclical nature of desire isn't just a return to intimacy. It's a resurgence, a chance to experience pleasure with a level of intensity that feels both refreshing and deeply fulfilling. The lesson here: recognize and honor these natural cycles, seeing them as perfect moments for deeper connection. When desire returns, approach it with an open heart and allow yourself to be swept away by the wave. This understanding can be liberating, freeing you both from the pressure to feel desire constantly while appreciating it fully when it's there. When embraced, this cyclical rhythm invites richer, more passionate experiences that celebrate the enduring fire of intimacy. If any mature women are listening, they may know this truth well, that desire, while cyclical, can burn with incredible strength, keeping intimacy alive in ways that are deeply satisfying and endlessly rewarding. Bonus 2. Less taboo around backdoor pleasure. Our final secret is one of those topics that many mature women view differently as they grow older: backdoor pleasure. What may once have been shrouded in taboo or felt mysterious takes on a new light with age, as many women become more open to exploring without the weight of past social judgments. As they gain confidence and a deeper understanding of their own bodies, mature women often feel a greater willingness to try new forms of pleasure that perhaps would have felt off-limits in their youth. It's a sign of both comfort with oneself and a release from societal constraints, allowing them to approach intimacy with a spirit of curiosity and acceptance. Studies, such as those published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine, highlight the benefits of this newfound openness. Many women report an increased sense of control and deeper connection with their own bodies through such exploration, often because it requires a higher level of communication and trust between partners. And that's the heart of it, communication. For this kind of pleasure to be enjoyable, it's essential for both partners to build an environment of security, trust, and openness. When approached with mutual understanding and respect, this exploration can add depth to the sexual experience, engaging different erogenous zones that heighten pleasure as a whole. As the taboo fades, there's an opportunity not just for physical enjoyment, but also for a profound emotional connection. Mature women who shed these old prejudices find themselves rediscovering their bodies with a newfound sense of freedom, experiencing intimacy in ways that can feel both liberating and deeply personal. The message here is clear. Pleasure doesn't have to be limited to familiar avenues. By exploring new paths and allowing the body to be rediscovered without judgment, mature women and their partners can share richer, more complete experiences, transforming intimacy into a celebration of trust, discovery, and connection. As we reach the end of this journey, I invite you to reflect on the insights we've shared today. Each secret isn't just a revelation about mature female sexuality. It's an invitation to connect more deeply and authentically with the woman by your side. Understanding that sexuality evolves, that barriers can dissolve, and that desire takes on new forms is only the beginning. What truly matters is how you choose to use this knowledge to foster a relationship that's enriching, respectful, and deeply connected. Intimacy is more than a physical act. It's a journey, a shared experience that can transform how you see and feel each other. Embrace this knowledge, and let it guide you both to a more profound connection. Over time, experiences accumulate, and so do the opportunities to explore new pathways to pleasure, trust, and joy. My name is Celia, and I hope this space becomes a source of wisdom and connection for you. Here, we can explore these essential topics with honesty and respect, aiming to enhance not only our intimate lives but every corner of our daily existence. In the end, each lesson we learn and apply reflects in our relationships, echoing in ways that foster personal and shared well-being. Now that we've explored these insights, what have you learned? Take a moment to reflect, and share one thing you've discovered that you'll bring into your life below this video. Let's start a conversation about what really matters in intimacy and connection. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your comment below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss future insights that could deepen your relationships and enrich your life. Thank you for watching.